In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. Then God began to hear rumors of a man, a bald-headed, wild-eyed black man by the name of Kenyatta Black. So God decided to go and see this man. And God saw the man, and that the man was good. And God said, "That Kenyatta Black is a bad motherfucker."
Yeah, baby. Black Squad, what up? It's your man Kenyatta Black, back at you again with another one. You see the new intro, baby. We gon' like my man Kevin Samuels used to say, we gonna build it while we fly, baby. If you are not following me on Facebook, follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. Click that bell icon twice to make sure you get all notifications for when I go live, premiere a video, or drop a short. And speaking of my shorts are better than your favorite YouTubers. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. I don't do whack shit. I don't just let the video play and then be at the very end of the video making a goofy ass face like I did something. I don't give a damn if you know who I'm talking about. Fuck that nigga. It's Black Squad, baby. And listen, man, got some new things going on here. You see what's on the screen here in front of you, but you know what? I know some of y'all went to Martin Luther King High School out there in Memphis, so I know some of you niggas can't read. So I'm going to go ahead and read it for you. I'm going to read it for you. Kenyatta Black is not affiliated with any particular YouTube space. Black Squad does not allow squares in its circle. Hit that like button on your way in. Make sure you're subscribed and consider hitting the Cash App for this dope ass content. Cash App, $ Black Squad. Now listen, there has been a video circulating the internet for maybe the last 2 or 3 days now. This brother found out that after 11 years of raising this boy, come to find out that is not his son. I could only imagine, man. I could only imagine. I don't know what I would do, but I know one thing. I would do exactly what this brother is gonna do in the video. I would walk the fuck away. Not taking care of a kid that don't belong to me. Damn sure not after I was deceived into taking care of a child for 11 years. And come to find out the kid don't even belong to me. You and your kid can get the fuck on somewhere. Right? So without further ado, we are going to get right into the video, and then I'm going to give my commentary.
What's up is why you've been lying to me for 11 years, telling me that DJ is my real son. Why you been lying to me?
What have I been lying about?
I got a DNA test done.
A DNA saying what?
Saying that he's not my son.
Let me see this DNA test.
You don't need to see it. I saw it.
How DNA test gonna say?
How you gonna be lying to me for 11 years? Why would you do that to me?
Where's the lie?
The lie is you. You are the lie. You have been lying to me for 11 years, having me believe that my son that I've been raising for 11 years is not really my son. Like, how could you do that to me? Like, what can you say for yourself right now?
What made you get a DNA test?
Because I went through your phone.
And why?
talking about me, laughing and bragging, telling your friends that I have no idea that he's really not my son. So I went and got a DNA test done. Like, you think I'm stupid or something? Like, how could you do this to me?
You know what?
What?
You had no business going through my phone and getting
You
the
care
DNA
more
test
about
on
me
my
going
son.
through your phone than you lying to me about my son not being mine? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? You care more about being humiliated and me finding out that our son is not really my son and that he has a different father. I sure have, because I thought he was my son. Because you've been lying to me this whole time.
What are you talking about? Does it matter?
It does matter. Are you crazy? What do you mean? That absolutely matters. Like, you don't see anything wrong with what you did? You don't see anything wrong with what you did? You've been lying to me. You've been sitting here lying to me for 11. Of course I love him, but I can't. But you guys can't stay. You can't stay here anymore.
Where we gonna go?
I don't know. It's not my problem.
Put us on the
It's
street.
not my
You
problem.
love him,
It's
but
not
you
my
gonna
problem.
have our son
It's
on
not
the
my
street.
problem. It's not my problem. You can't stay here. You can't stay here. You
How
can't stay
long
here.
is-
You can't, I don't
how
know.
long
It's not
is
my
the
problem.
school?
I did my
You just
job.
gotta think you
I
can
did
go
my
around.
job.
Where
I
you
did my
going
job as a
nowhere?
dad.
We're seeing
I did my job as a dad. You can't stay here anymore. Y'all gotta go.
We've
Both
been
y'all,
living here for
y'all
all
can't stay
these
anymore.
years.
No,
Who gonna put
I'm
this
hurt.
out?
I'm hurt. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. Y'all can't stay here anymore. Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta get y'all house. Y'all gotta go. I can't deal with it. I'm putting y'all out. Yes.
Who's gonna put it
I'm
out?
gonna put you out.
How? When?
I'm gonna put you out. I will pack your bags myself and put you out of here. I will pack your bags. Y'all can't stay here. You gotta go. You lied to me. You lied to me. You lied to me for 11 years.
And you
For
lied
11
about
years
the
straight,
house
you
back.
lied to me, having me believe that he's my
we here
son.
now.
No, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta get up out of here. You gotta get up out of here. No, I can't look at you. I can't look at. No, y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go. No, before I do something crazy, I'm gonna regret.
No.
Yes,
No.
yes. You lied to me. You lied to me.
I'm gonna get the police.
Now, this woman had the nerve at the end of that video to say she was going to call the police. That's the first thing I want to address here. Black woman, you have done so much of this in the public eye that you can't even lie anymore about doing it. You seriously believe that calling the police is your ultimate trump card for black men. You truly believe that you can call the police or threaten to call the police to get a black man to do anything you want him to do. You truly believe that calling the police is your ultimate way of getting the black man to act right. Now, here is a situation where a sister has just been caught in an 11-year lie. And rather than facing accountability for her deceitful actions and just owning up to it, maybe, trying to be humble and apologize for doing it. No, absolutely not. She threatens to call the fucking cops. And I guarantee you, more than likely, if the police were called, if she didn't happen to notice that he was recording the whole thing, I guarantee you, if the police were called, she lied again, because we already know she's a liar. She would lie again and say that he put his hands on her, because that's their favorite line. He put his hands on me, She starts swinging on you. You push her to get her off of you. She either calls the cops or calls her brother or her daddy or her cousins or somebody and says, he put his hands on me. Never mind the fact that you, quote, put your hands on her simply to get her the fuck off of you. No, but see, what she knows is if she puts it that way, he put his hands on me, the police, her daddy, her brothers, her cousins, they're going to immediately interpret that as you fucking hit her. See, they're not going to stop to think, what exactly does he put his hands on me mean? Right? But addressing the main issue at hand here, this video just highlights, the men's reproductive rights issue. As you see there in the upper left-hand corner, my own personal quote, men's reproductive rights is a human rights issue. And it absolutely is. And I am shocked, honestly shocked. Maybe I'm being a little naive. Let me know in the comment section if you think I'm being naive. I am shocked that it is not presented that way in this society by men themselves. Damn, sitting around waiting on Congress, or lawmakers, or your favorite politician to do something about it. We as men need to do something about it. Men's reproductive rights is a human rights issue. And the fact that men have zero reproductive rights is a violation of human rights. As a man, you have the right to know definitively whether or not a child in fact belongs to you. Mandatory DNA testing needs to be made a law at the federal level, not state level. Can't leave it up to the states. We can't leave it up to the states because we already know if it were left up to the states, men in states, men in liberal ran states like California and New York would get screwed over. So no, it needs to be at a federal level. Mandatory DNA testing at a federal level needs to happen. It's ridiculous that even in 2023, Western society still does not know how to confront and deal with the criminality of women. Western society does not know how to confront and deal with the criminality of women. So much so that, they've coined this phrase or this term, paternity fraud. But paternity fraud is the only kind of fraud in the world nobody ever goes to jail for. Because it's the only kind of fraud in the world that is not considered a crime. So apparently, Western society does not believe it to be a crime for a woman to lie to a man about a child being his, lie to a child about who their father is, deceive this man into forming a bond with this child, deceive this child into forming a bond with this man, further deceive this man into pouring his time, his energy, his effort, his wisdom, his resources, his everything into a child that does not belong to him. Apparently, Western society does not deem that to be a crime. And, look at this scenario where, say, the mother and the alleged or the accused father are not even together. They're not in a relationship, but this accused father is paying child support. Say he's paying $600 a month. He's been paying $600 a month since the child was 1. And then on the child's 16th birthday, he finds out That's not his child. Yet he's been paying $600 a month for 15 damn years. This woman has frauded this man out of tens of thousands of dollars. But somehow, some way, Western society does not deem that to be a crime. When I say men's reproductive rights is a human rights issue, I'm not embellishing. I'm not blowing that out of proportion. I'm not exaggerating. This is a human rights issue. And Western society, I'll say America specifically, is dropping the ball on this human rights issue. And I say America specifically because America likes to use all these pretty sounding words like freedom, justice, liberty, democracy. America likes to brag about its glorified pieces of paper like the Bill of Rights and the American Constitution. So if there's any country in the world, let alone Western society, if there's any country in the world that should take up men's reproductive rights as a human rights issue, it is America above all else, or above all others. And I forget who I was. I was watching one of these YouTubers. I forget who it was talking about this. There was some kind of conference. There was some kind of conference that he was watching. He was telling a story, and it was concerning this issue. It was concerning men's reproductive rights, the fact that men have no reproductive rights. And one of the issues, obviously, was paternity testing. And he was telling the story. He said that, some feminists attended the conference. And their ridiculous argument was that, and I don't know if they thought this was actually going to help their argument, it actually made the argument that there needs to be mandatory DNA testing at birth. They said that their main argument was that if mandatory DNA testing at birth were made a federal law, it would, quote, destroy families. So what they're admitting, is that they know, just as well as we do, that there are millions of women around the country and around the world who are frauding men out of tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars, taking care of children that don't belong to them. And that if mandatory DNA testing at birth were to be made a federal law, women wouldn't be able to do that anymore. I mean, imagine that being your argument, that, this is going to destroy families. No, the DNA testing isn't destroying families. The women who are trying to put children on men that don't belong to them are the ones destroying families, breaking hearts, destroying lives. But it amazes me. It amazes me how not only feminists, but on this issue, we can even just say women in general, actually will sit there and try to articulate why men shouldn't have the right to know definitively whether a child belongs to them or not. Because if you are speaking against mandatory DNA testing at birth, then what you're speaking against is men having the right to know whether or not a child belongs to them. Ultimately, that is what you are speaking against. Period. Period. But I think I've ran my mouth long enough. I'm gonna run this video back and react to this video a little bit. Let's see. Fair use.
What's up?
Fair
Why you
use.
been lying to me for 11 years, telling me that DJ is my real son? Why you been lying to me?
What I've been lying about?
I got a DNA test done.
A DNA.
Now, straight out the gate. Straight out the gate, he said, what's up is you've been lying to me about this kid being my son. What I've been lying about? He just told you what the fuck you've been lying about. He literally just said what you've been lying about. But this is what they do. They will deny until they can't deny no more. You got to show them the proof that you know they're lying. You can't just tell them you know they're lying. It ain't that some shit. And this is something I know. This is one of the differences between men and women, right? You could back a man into the corner with the truth. He'll fight you the whole way. He'll know you right and he's wrong. He'll fight you the whole fucking way. But if you back a man into the corner, if you back him into a corner with the truth, a man will eventually break down and say, all right, bro, all right, you right. I know. All right, you got it, you right. But a woman, you back a woman into a corner with the truth, she's going to come out that corner swinging. She's going to come out that corner swinging. She is not taking a knee. She is not going to concede even when she knows she's dead fucking wrong. She's not going to do it. She's not going to do it. This brother, in most cases, this brother would have had to slap this chick in the face with the papers to prove that he knows for a fact that that kid ain't his, man. This shit is crazy. That's just how women are, man.
They saying what?
Saying that he's not my son.
Let me see this DNA test.
You don't need to see it. I saw it.
How DNA test gonna say?
How you gonna be lying to me for 11 years? Why would you do that?
See what I mean? She wants to see the DNA test before she admits it. She for the slim chance that he might just be bluffing to see what she says. Right? That's probably what's going through her head. So for the slim chance that he might be bluffing right now, she's trying to keep that poker face. She want to see the fucking papers. Show me the papers. I'm not going to admit this shit without seeing the papers first. That's what's going on here.
To me.
Where's the lie?
The lie is you. You are the liar. You have been lying to me for 11 years, having me believe that my son that I've been raising for 11 years is not really my son. Like, how could you do that to me? Like, what can you say for yourself right now?
What made you get a DNA test?
Because I went through your phone.
And why?
Talking about me, laughing and bragging, telling your friends that I have no idea that he's really not my son. So
now here's where it changes, because now she knows, oh shit, that's the proof right there. That's the proof right there. So now the conversation changes a little bit. Her demeanor in the conversation changes because now she knows she's busted. See, she wanted to know for a fact that she was busted before she admitted a damn thing. Now that he done told her, bitch, I went through your fucking phone. I saw the conversation between you and your friends. You laughing, saying, I don't know, he ain't mine, and yada, yada, yada. Now she's like, oh, shit, damn, I'm busted. So now the conversation's going to shift a little bit.
I got a DNA test done. Like, you think I'm stupid or something? Like, how could you do this to me?
She quiet now.
You know what?
What?
You had no business going through my phone and getting
You
the
care
DNA
more
test
about
on
me
my
going
son.
through.
See what I mean? You see what I mean? What did I just say? What did I just say? What did I just say? You back a man into a corner with the truth, he'll break down and say, you know what, you're right, man, you're right. You back a woman into a corner with the truth, come out swinging. You know what? You ain't had no business going through my phone. Bitch, you've been lying about this kid not being mine for 11 years. And you worry about somebody going through some text messages. But she can't just break down and admit it. She's got to come out that corner swinging. She's got to come out swinging.
Your phone and you lying to me about my son not being mine? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? You care more about being humiliated and me finding out that our son is not really my son and that he has a different father. I sure have, because I thought he was my son. Because you've been lying to me.
I mean, what kind of argument is that? You've been feeding him, you've been clothing him. You told me this was my kid. You told me this was my child. And it's a situation, almost one of them situations where you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? Especially for a brother, right? Because, despite the fact that it's been proven 100 times over not to be true, the B-Dub wants to continue to run around here telling this lie that black men don't take care of our damn children. And that's a damn lie, proven to be false over and over, most recently by the CDC. Right? So it's like, okay, as a brother, if he were to walk away, he'd be an ain't shit brother. Don't want to take care of his kids. He a deadbeat. He this, he that, right? On the flip side, if he asks for a paternity test, what? Then what? He's an asshole. He's insecure. He should just trust me. What kind of man asks for a DNA test? Right? It would have been a whole bunch of bullshit. It would have been a whole bunch of bullshit. But now that she's called out, well, you've been doing this and doing that for him. Yeah, because I thought this was my kid. I did what I was supposed to do under the pretense that this was my child. But I guess at the end of the day, she really has no fucking argument, so she's just saying any fucking thing.
Time.
What are you talking about? Does it matter?
It does matter. Are you crazy? What do you mean that absolutely matters? Like you don't see anything wrong with what you did?
Now you see that right there? More proof positive that women today, and this ain't just a B-Dub thing, this is a woman thing, period, across all races. Women today truly believe that fathers are interchangeable, or that fathers can be interchangeable. Women today truly believe that it doesn't matter whether this guy or that guy raises the child or acts as the father to a child. They truly believe this. That was probably the only genuine thing that came out of her fucking mouth in this entire video. When she said, does it matter? That was probably the only genuine thing that came out of her fucking mouth, because she truly does not believe it matters. She truly does not believe it matters that this guy has been raising this child for 11 years while the real father is God knows where. Probably doesn't even know that he has an 11-year-old son out here, because she decided that this guy would be a better father. See, more than likely the guy that she had the baby by is either a piece of shit or, the player type who wouldn't necessarily make a great father. Meanwhile, this guy, he's probably got his shit together, makes a decent amount of money, has a good head on his shoulders, so not only would he be a good father, he would also be able to properly provide for the child. So she decided he was going to be the father. But that's not how the fuck that works, is it? Or at least that's not how it's supposed to work. But for the fact that men have no reproductive rights, for the fact that DNA testing is not mandatory at birth, women are able to get away with shit like this. They're able to get away with stuff like this, destroy a man's life, lied to a man for however many years, lied to their own children for however many years. And think about what that's going to do to this boy being 11 years old, and for your entire life you thought this man was your father, and then one day he's not. But you're telling me that paternity fraud isn't a crime. It's absolutely a crime, and it is absolutely a crime that women should be prosecuted for.
You don't see anything wrong with what you did? You've been lying to me. You've been sitting here lying to me for 11. Of course I love him, but I can't. But you guys can't stay. You can't.
Now here's something. If there's any women listening right now, pay attention. If you didn't pay attention to anything I said for the last 30 minutes, pay attention to this here. Now she's asked. Now you know she's grasping at straws. Now she's trying to play to his emotion. Pull his heartstrings, right? Now that might work with the biggest of suckers. That might work with the biggest of suckers. But ladies, listen. What you need to understand is the difference between men and women, or the difference between mothers and fathers when it comes to bonding with a child. Now, I know a little something about this because I just had my first child 7 months ago. For those of you who are parents, you let me know in the for you fathers out there, you let me know in the comment section whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong about this. You see, ladies, when that child is forming in your womb for those 9 months, that's when your bonding process begins. You begin bonding with the child while you're carrying the child. And because of that, you form, I guess, what you could call an internal bond. It's a different kind of bond because that child grew inside of you. And then you gave birth to this child that was literally a part of you. That is a hell of a bond. That is an unbreakable bond. Let's just call it what it is. That is an unbreakable bond. See, men, fathers, we don't get to bond with the child until the child is born. So it's more of an external bond, if you will. It's like, meeting your child for the first time and from there working to develop a bond. That is not an unbreakable bond. That is not an unbreakable bond. So when you lie to a man for 11 years, deceiving him into believing that this child is his, and then he finds out that that child is not, he can turn that fucking bond off like that. He can turn that bond off at the drop of a fucking dime, depending on what kind of man he is. But that's something you need to know. Now, see, when she said, "Do you love him?" he said, "Of course I love him, but found out he ain't mine." Now, if that was me, if she would have asked me that shit, I'd have said, "Not anymore." "Don't you love him? Don't you love him?" I'd have said, "Not anymore. You and him can get the fuck out." Her shit, matter of fact, her shit would have already been packed when she got in. So, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, ladies. You really need to understand the men that you're trying to play these games with.
It's not there anymore.
Where we gonna go?
I don't know. It's not my problem. It's not my problem.
You
It's not my
love him,
problem.
but you
It's not my
don't have our son
problem. It's not my problem. You can't stay here. You can't stay here. You can't stay here. I don't know. It's not my problem. I did my job. I did my job. I did my job as a dad. I did my job as a dad. You can't stay here anymore. Y'all gotta go. Both y'all can't stay anymore. No, I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. Y'all can't stay here anymore. Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta get y'all house. Y'all gotta go. I can't deal with it. I'm putting y'all out. Yes.
Who's gonna put it out?
Now she's getting defiant. Now she is defiant in her deception. Defiant in her wrongdoing. Who gonna put me out? Ain't that's y'all saying right there though, ain't it? That's the B-Dub's, one of her favorite sayings. Who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna put me out? You just lied to this man for 11 years about this boy being his son. You know how much money this dude probably spent on that boy in 11 fucking years? How much time and energy and effort he put into that boy in 11 years? And then 11 years down the drain with this woman, because come to find out, not only did she cheat on you, she got pregnant by another dude and had the baby for another dude and took that dude's baby and put it on you. And she's fucking defiant about it. I think that's when you call your girl cousins. I think that's when it's about time to get your girl cousins over there. Help her find her suitcase. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to be defiant about this shit, okay? Nah, we ain't playing them games.
I'm gonna put you out. I'm gonna put you out. I will pack your bags myself and put you out of here. I will pack your bags. Y'all can't stay here. You gotta go. You lied to me. You lied to me. You lied to me for 11 years. For 11 years straight, you lied to me, having me believe that he's my son. No, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta get up out of here. You gotta get up out of here. No, I can't look at you.
See, she ain't got nowhere to go. She probably a bum bitch. She's probably a fucking bum. She's probably a fucking bum. Probably ain't got her shit together. He's probably paying all of the bills, if not the majority of the bills. So if he puts her out, she's probably fucked. Probably gotta go stay with a mama or some shit. You know what I'm saying? 30-something years old, staying with a mama. Staying with her mom, you know what I mean? Got her kid up in her mama's house, 30-something years old. It's probably the situation she's in. And not only, you know, is she probably a bum and don't really got nowhere to go, can't stand on her own 2 feet, but if he puts her out, obviously everybody's going to be asking why. You feel me? Everybody's going to be asking why. And now she runs the risk of everybody finding out what she did. Everybody finding out that she lied to this man about that child being his for 11 fucking years and then got busted and kicked out. And one thing we all know is women do not like to be embarrassed. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And that's why she then, you know, gets defiant. You're not going to put me out. Who's going to put me out? And then threatens to call the fucking cops.
No. Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go. No. Before I do something crazy, I'm gonna regret. No. Yes. No. Yes. You lied to me. You lied to me.
So yeah, he rightfully so has, you know, reached a point of frustration and anger where, you know, he's worried about putting his hands on this woman. Rightfully so. Most men would. You know, I think even the kind of man, which, you know, is most men, who would consider themselves to be the kind of men that would never put their hands on a woman. I think in a situation like that, even a man who never thought he would ever put his hands on a woman would probably find himself fighting the urge to do exactly what he thought he would never do. Put it that way. Yeah. I want to say it a certain way because, we're on YouTube. I don't want to just come out and say it. But, I think even men who would consider themselves to be the kind of men who would never put their hands on a woman would find themselves having to fight the urge to want to do it in a situation like that. You lied to me for 11 years about this boy being mine. Got me out here looking stupid because you're texting your friends back and forth, laughing with your friends like this is a fucking game, like it's a joke that you got me taking care of a kid that don't belong to me. And it makes you wonder, now that I say that again, I'm wondering if maybe the real father actually does know. Because if all the friends know, it's actually not far-fetched that the real father, it's not far-fetched that he might know. That whole situation is insane, but this is exactly why I say men's reproductive rights is a human rights issue. And something's got to give. Something's got to give. We've been seeing video after video like this. I'd say over the last 2 years. The last 2 years, it seems like every couple months, there's a video popping up on the internet going viral, of some guy finding out that the child that he's been raising is in fact not his. So, yeah, something needs to be done about this. Mandatory DNA testing at birth on a federal level needs to happen because this is wrong. This is wrong. Women should not have the power to do something like this. And the only reason women have the power to do something like this is because Western society does not know how to deal with or confront the criminality of women, which is why there are less female prisons, which is why women only get, 66% of the time for the same exact crime as men. Not too long ago, men in this society deemed it almost unthinkable that a woman would even be capable of committing certain kinds of crimes. That honestly was not too long ago. And a lot of this still persists to this day with a lot of men. We still have a lot of men walking around here today who still think girls are made of sugar and spice and everything nice. And let's be honest. Look at the men who write the laws in this country. Look at the men who write the laws in this country. Do they look like the kind of men who have a lot of experience with women? Do they look like the kind of men who have a lot of experience with women? Hell no. Hell no. If you look at the people, look at the dudes in Congress. You think they were getting laid in high school? You think they were getting laid in college? How many dates do you could probably count the number of dates they went on by the time they were 25 on one fucking hand. The majority of those men who write these bullshit family court laws have little to no experience with women. They're undesirable men. Well, most of them would fall into incel category. Some of them would fall into the undesirable male category at best, which is why they write these ridiculous fucking laws and ignore certain issues like men's reproductive rights. Because due to their lack of experience with women, even in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, they think that girls are made of sugar and spice and everything nice. And they have a hard time wrapping their mind around women doing things like this. But I think I've ran my mouth enough about this issue. I'm going to end this right here. So once again, if you're not following me on Facebook, follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. Hit that bell icon twice to make sure you are getting all notifications for when I go live, drop a video, or drop a short. And as always, my shorts are better than your favorite YouTubers. I guarantee it. Go check out my shorts. And if you like the content and you want to support the platform, go ahead and hit the Cash App, $BLAXKSQUAD, or you can hit the PayPal. All of that is in the description box, and I will holler at y'all later. Deuces.